Hi, I'm Val Hart at showhorsexpert.com. And I know that if you have a horse in your life, and if you love horses like I do, and I fell in love with them when I was 5 years old, I've been working with them all my life. If you love horses like I do, you know that they can be one of two things pretty much. They can be the horse of your dreams. You have the incredible, almost magical relationship with them. It's where you're in sync. It's where you are dancing as one. You're in partnership and teamwork. And everything is fun for you. It's hard work, but it's fun. Or you have a nightmare. You have a horse that's resistant to your cues, it's heavy in your hands, that maybe is skittish or spooky or runs away with you. Maybe they bite or kick or buck or rear or run away with you. Maybe they give you a whoa when you're wanting a go, or maybe they're giving you a go when you actually want a whoa. You know, unhappy horses are dangerous. They not only to our heart, because they break our hearts sometimes, they could break your bones. So we got to get this right. It's really important to get it right with a horse. You know, I found that there's two things that happen when I'm working with horses and their riders when things are going wrong and we're solving problems. There's two things. All right. One is I always find that the person has just not been listening to their horse. Their horse has had to resort to drastic stuff just to get their attention. So, you know, it's like overriding their concerns or fears or pain just to try to make them do what you want. Oh, that's a terrible idea. Not treating them with respect, ignoring their concerns, or maybe, number two, you're just so disconnected from each other. You're not bonded. You're not in relationship. You know, they're not a motorcycle. They're not a car. They're not just a mechanical being. They have feelings. They're sentient. They're intelligent. They reason things through. They look at life through their own viewpoint, the lens of their own experience, and their own genetic code and the consciousness of being a horse. And they talk to other horses. And all of that brings them to you. And if you're not showing up as someone that they can know, like, and trust, someone they want to be with, someone they love playing with, then you got an unhappy horse on your hands. And an unhappy horse is a bad thing. I'm Val Hart. I've been solving problems with horses since 1993. I got my start working with pre-Olympic trial Grand Prix dressage horses. I worked with cutting horses, marathon endurance horses. I've worked with hunter jumpers, world champion cutting horses, by the way. Let's see, racing horses, I think I said. I've worked with so many different sports. You know, the thing is that horses have taught me incredible things about living a good life, about being in harmony, being in balance with each other, right? About give and take, about dancing. Oh my goodness. So what happens when you don't have that all-important meeting of the minds and, you know, the merging of the heart, the sharing of the heart, where you're not in sync with your horse and they're in sync with you? God. Anyway, that's what happens. We're not communicating. That's what happens. All right, so then there's something else you want to know. There's the human-animal body-mind connection. That's where your horse is mirroring you. They pick up your wounds, your imbalances, your stress, your illnesses, your diseases, and they carry those things in their own body. They react to them, they resist them, they act them out, they mirror and reflect them for you. And so if you're coming at your horse and you're saying, you know, gee, horse, this is your problem, straight, you know, do it right, and you're not listening or doing your own inner work, the horse is saying, hey, bozo on my back, you know, but hey, you're doing it wrong too. I can't get there because you're in my way. You know, it's like, or I don't know what you want, or I'm confused, or damn, that hurts. All right, so until you listen to them, you don't know what their viewpoint is. You don't know what they know that you don't know yet. And that, my friend, that's that tiny hinge that opens that big door. Oh my God. So why is it important to communicate with your horse? Because when you do, and until you do, you won't really know what their viewpoint is or what the real problem is from their viewpoint. And if you don't do that, then when you first start experiencing a problem with your horse, you're going to be chasing your tail on really expensive guesswork. really fast. You're wasting a lot of expense and time and effort, and all the while your horse gets more and more unhappy, withdrawn, depressed, and even more dangerous. Don't let that happen to you. Is this resonating with you? Can you feel the difference in a relationship with a horse when you're communicating with them versus when you're just like not connecting? So another little tip I want to give to you is that not all animal communicators or horse whisperers are created equally. You want the right consultant for the job. You know, you put a lot of investment, energy, time, and money into your horse. A lot of your life is in your horse. You want someone you can trust, someone who is very familiar and versed in the situations that you're dealing with, someone who has a clue about how to help you take the next step and solve whatever's going on with you. You know, I specialize in solving problems with horses using a 5-step equine peak performance system that I developed over 25 years. It works. It works with every horse every time. And what I'm interested in, I believe it's a disservice for a communicator to just tell you what you already know. You know, or I mean, it's good to validate what you already know sometimes. But if we don't take it that next step and actually help you take the right next step to make the best decision possible to fix what's actually broken, then I think that's a disservice to you. Let's see, what else? So what am I interested? I'm interested in getting to the deeper truth. I want to look at that. The attitude, where's the attitude off? You know, let's adjust, let's tweak, let's work until we get to that epiphany moment where everything changes. Everything changes. Your relationship changes. It's like you have a whole new lease on life together, and all of a sudden now you're in partnership. It's a magical thing. So if you're curious about my work and you just want me to tell you what color your horse's feed bucket is, or what kind of saddle blanket they wear, or what their favorite toy or game is, or who their favorite herd member or something, I'm not the right communicator for you. You know, thanks for stopping by, but that's really not what I'm interested in helping you do. I'm looking at deep physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual healing, growth, and evolvement for people and their horses. That's what I do best. I do intuitive medical scanning, so I'm really helpful with mystery lameness or illness and disease, health issues. I'm really good at improving behavior and performance. I can coach you where things are going wrong in your riding and your handling, improve your horsemanship. Let's see, when we do all of that, guess what? Your performance improves. All of a sudden, you're just naturally going to the next level. You don't even have to fight or worry or struggle hardly to get there. You're just like, oh, of course we can do this. You know, this is brilliant. And then you start winning those ribbons, and everybody's like, what's your secret? What's your secret? How'd you do that? Oh, my God. So think for a minute. What do you want to have happen with your horse? If you could have the horse of your dreams instead of the nightmare guy, the nightmare girl, what would you want to have happen? What would life look like? Imagine for a minute. How would things be different? I promise you they will. When we communicate with your horse, everything changes. So go to, let's see if I got that right, I'm Val Hart at showhorseexpert.com. I know, real high tech, right? Click on appointments. I'll put the link here also. And pretty soon you're going to start having and enjoying the relationship of your dreams with your horse. So hang in there. I know you can do it. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Let me know if you have any questions. All right. Bye, everybody.